Welcome back to The Final Score. I'm joined by Bill Ingram, chairman and coach of Joe Johnson's Arkansas Hawks. And he's the founder of the basketball tournament Real Deal in the Rock. Bill is a former Razorback football player and has been coaching youth basketball since '91. It's great to have one of the state's basketball influencers in studio with us. Thanks for being here, Bill.
Thanks. I'm glad to be here and excited about this time of the year.
Absolutely. And one reason to be excited is Razorbacks basketball. But, the other day they didn't make us very excited because they had 2 straight wins. They were riding high, and now they're back in the dumps. So your outlook for the Razorbacks' future now after that Georgia loss?
Well, you just have to start. You just have to get back on the winning track. They need to put together a string of victories and probably run all the way to the SEC finals to, I think, to get a at-large bid. But right now, you just need to win the next game and just take it from there.
And to win that next game, and what are the issues you're seeing with this team? Because I know Isaiah Joe is out for a long time, but for them to get that run down the line, what's it going to take?
Well, they have to go to their basics defense. They've been a pretty good defensive team all year, except Saturday. Of course, we always say your defense travel, but their defense did not travel Saturday. So they need to get back to being lockdown defenders and contesting shots. And I will say this, that Georgia is probably the most underachieving team, I think, in SEC. They got NBA guys all over the floor. Anthony Edwards is incredible. He can get his shot anytime he wants to. So, and they call fire, and that's what happens when you get a team at home. Sometimes they'll get on the road and make a bunch of shots.
Sure. And we're about to shift over to high school and college, but I can't have you here without asking about Mason Jones. His performance this year, his incredible offensive performances, game in and game out. How much has he impressed you?
Well, he's improved. He's been very impressive. He's put up huge numbers at times. He's carried the team. And he's had a fantastic year, and I think he deservedly so should be in the recognition for SEC Player of the Year.
Sure. And now shifting our gears to future Hogs, let's talk about Jalen Williams. He's out of Fort Smith Northside, 6'10", 4-star, and he's rated as the state's best player according to 24/7. What do you see in Jalen?
A guy that has great potential, very talented skill, can play a number of different positions, can shoot the outside shot, handle the basketball. He's just one of these guys, if he go to college and get on a college weight program and get stronger, the sky's the limit for him, and he has the potential of being an unbelievable player.
Yeah, and the Razorbacks certainly could need some help with the boards, and a 6'10" center there certainly could help, right? So
no question.
Next guy we're going to talk about is Kek Robinson. He's out of Oak Hill Academy. He was originally out of Bryant, right? And he's a 4-star guard. He committed there on Thanksgiving, and he was the 4th commit for Razorbacks coach Eric Musselman. So what do you see in him?
Yeah, Kek is a guy that can play the 1 or the 2 position. Shoots it really well. Of course, great defender, which what they like. I think he'll be a perfect fit for him. He's a natural point guard that can distribute and understand basketball, has a great basketball IQ, and I think he's going to be a really good player for them immediately. I don't think it will take long for him to get involved and get inserted into their rotation.
Before we get going into the tournament, I want to ask about the other 2 commits, one being a signee, Devontae Davis, right? And then we also got
Moses Moody.
He's playing in Florida right now, but he's originally from Little Rock.
He's from Little Rock, plays at Mount Vernon Academy, probably the most talented one out of the group, has great potential, the sky's the limit, shoots the ball really well, another kid that understands the game and has a high IQ of basketball.
And what do you see in Devontae Davis?
Devontae is one of these guys that he is going to light. He's going to light the scoreboard up for you. He's a high energy guy, can make shots, very streaky. If he could get on one of those streaks, he can score 10, 15 points for you in a row. And another guy that can play. I think he's more of a 2 guard. I think he can play some 1 at times, but I think he's one of those guys, kind of like a Desi Seals, maybe but a little bit taller.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Arkansas fans gotta love Eric Musselman bringing in those guys in his first year, right?
Yeah.
So,
well, you got to put a fence around your state, and he's right now. What he's doing is certainly that, putting a fence around the state. These guys committed, still got to get them signed in April. That's always a concern of mine when guys just committed, because until you get their name on the dotted line, we see crazy stuff happen in college basketball all the time.
Now, we mentioned it in the intro. You're the founder of the Real Deal in the Rock basketball tournament. It's been going on for years. What is the history of this event?
Well, this is our 16th year, and we've had the who's who of college basketball and NBA. If you look at any NBA roster, we have active players on the active roster, but, you know, Kevin Durant has been here, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, the list goes on and on. A few years ago, Zion Williams was here, came here and just lit the place up. And we got another young man that we think will be a generational talent coming in this year named Mikey Williams from San Diego, California. He's a 15-year-old, has over 1.5 million Instagram followers. He's a phenomenon and a sensation. So we're looking forward to that. March the 27th through the 29th. We'll be in various cities around the gym, and more information will be coming out as time goes on.
Absolutely, and it started off in Fayetteville, right, and now it's in Little Rock. And I want to ask you, while you're here, AAU, you've been around youth basketball since '91, and that's a long time. How have you seen the sport of youth basketball and AAU grow?
Well, it's revolved, and social media has been a big part of that. It's a national sports now. It's a big deal. If you don't know anything about this, then you got to be sleeping under a rock or something. These kids get a chance to play against great players from around the country, and that's a great thing for Arkansas kids, because we can get a clean measure on how good our kids are when you get a chance to watch them compete against other great players around the country, and it makes it much more easy for you to judge them when you're recruiting them.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here, Bill. I can't wait to see what happens in late March. I'm sure it's going to be a great tournament.
Man, I'm looking forward to it. In high school, state tournament start Tuesday.
Yep.
Get out and support these young people. This is a great time of the year.
Yep. Get out there while you can. Basketball is going to be over soon, right? So,
yes.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for being here, Bill.
Thank you.
Now, coming up on the final score, a look at what's coming up after the show. Stay here.